All right. Hello, everyone. And welcome back to the Shadowbringers Alliance raid. I kind of forgot that I needed to be all the way over in Toma. So I guess we start flying over there. So yeah, I'm just going through the Shadowbringers Alliance raid. I have done this before. I've played this before. I've done the Alliance raid and all that. So this isn't like a blind, playthrough. This is just me playing through the raid again in the hopes that maybe this time I will see something that I missed last time. Something that makes the story not feel like it is extremely poorly written. But I don't know. We will have to see. Because there's not much, that, okay. To make amends is the beginning of part 3. Got it. Okay. So yeah, there was an episode prior to this, a pre-record prior to this, so feel free to check that out. And we are in the second part of the Alliance raid, which will take us to Puppet's bunker, I believe. The Excite Chief has a request for you. You could not possibly guess who it concerns. That said, hopefully we'll be able to get into the raids a little easier this time, because I'm recording in the middle of the day instead of, freaking the middle of the night like last time. So Lolly, what a conveniently timed entrance ho! I was just thinking that I ought to send someone to check on Anog and Konog. They're still poking and prodding at those what's-its he dug up in the ruins, which is all well and good until one of them sets off another explosion. Say no more. I wouldn't want anything to happen to the artifacts. I'm sure you'll notice as they blow up anything important. Thank you. You know how they get when they're curious about something. Not to mention that our annual carnival is fast approaching. There's plenty that wants doing before we're ready, and I need those two to start pulling their weight. Well, you're looking in on them. Remind them they've got duties outside of tinkering with rusty thingamabobs, will you? Maybe they'll listen if it's you doing the nagging. Seem to respect you, much as they respect anyone. Must be all the violence. A cat walked in front of the screen at that exact moment. You'll find them in the tunnels, of course. Can't lure them out there for love nor money. And believe me, I've tried. Also, these are probably going to be the first videos that will be out where I have this outfit. I just realized. So, like the last the last video is probably the first time this outfit will appear in my recordings. Ah, there you are. Can you believe this? I waited through days of processing, broke multiple tools, and after all of that... stupid son of a hobswiven. Anog, not everyone is privy to your inner thoughts. Allow me to explain. The pod confirmed that this device grants the user access to some sort of weaponry, which presumably means that it is indeed the key of which 2P spoke. Unfortunately, no sooner had we gotten it working than it stopped again. Based on our previous experiences, we assume that it's run out of power and will require a supplementary energy source. So let's hurry up and find one. The sooner we get the key working, the sooner we can pulverize our enemies. Now wait just a moment. We aren't even certain what sort of weaponry is involved here. Even if we get the key working again, we shouldn't activate it willy-nilly. Honestly, Konog, the ceaseless whining of yours is why we never make any progress. It's not whining, it's being ethical and prudent. Why must you two bicker so? Shall the victor be the first to draw blood or the last man standing? Why not both? One way to do it, Anog would like to continue what may be charitably termed the discussion at hand. What were we talking about? Ah, yes, why I'm right. I agree that we still know too little about the machine life forms and androids. That's precisely why we need to seize the opportunity. If we claim the weaponry for ourselves, we'll know exactly what the enemy's capabilities are. Then, and only then, can we protect the village from comparable technology. Fine, I see your point. It'll be safer in the long run if we activate the weaponry sooner rather than later. Or everyone else will. I'll probably have dropped dead from trying to keep up with you. Haha, you say that, but you're far too stubborn to die, so I can always count on you. You too, most loyal and lethal assistant. Come along, we have a power source to find. And all of this is the 5.2 stuff. Apparently for this Alliance raid, there was content every patch. Even if it was just like a quest or two, you know? It's about time. But considering what we need in order to power the key, a hefty chunk of crystal from a knocker ought to do it. Though I haven't quite worked out how we'll divert its energy for our purposes. Konog and I will think on it while you head over to the Hollows and liberate that crystal. Find us when you're back in YoRHa. I'm assuming that that's the mine area. Oh no, it's way the frick over there. I was thinking it would be, you know, in here, because that's where the last things ended up being, but no, it's way the frick over there. Actually, I have to travel a ways to get to the larger mine here. Then we can attack this guy. And as you might notice, my warrior is level 80. Level 80 is actually the highest level class I have at the moment on this character. Obviously, my main character is level 100 everywhere. Ooh, Beastmaster is now listed. Cool. I didn't realize that that was technically, like, available. Like, it's not actually available, but, like, all of the stuff for it is in the game at the moment. Beastmaster doesn't actually come out until the 0.55 patch. Ha! You got one, right? Chunk of Knocker, a decent-sized hunk of crystal alight with ethereal energies. Perfect. Now we can run some tests. Yes. It'll take a bit of experimentation to get the key powered up. It is science, you know. Don't you worry, though. We'll have this thing in working order before you know it. While you wait, why not take some time for yourself? Have a nap, try some of our local delicacies. Tell the chief to go bugger himself. Anog, Konog. Ah, and here's Rin. Knew you had roped her into your schemes again. They're good schemes. And anyway, you're the one who keeps sending her to check on us. I wouldn't have to if you do the work you were assigned. Carnival won't wait on your pet projects. Like, don't expect me to do anything. Fine. Come on, Konog, let's get this over with. Frustrating as they are, you have to admire their enthusiasm for tinkering. If they could put even a tenth of that energy toward the carnival, we'll be ready in no time. I hope you'll be able to attend. You won't have seen the like before, I assure you. Not to mention that we're eager to show our appreciation for your help, for your helping us with those machines. There's no better way to do that than with a dwarven toast to your health or two. Dozen? Crumbling Lies Front. Music roll for Crumbling Lies Front. Whatever that is. I have no idea which track that is. But we just got it. We can rebuild YoRHa. The dig site chief would have you be an active participant in Coma's carnival. Lolly, I knew you'd be here or sooner or later, ho. Remember the carnival I told you about, don't you? Also, now we're in 7.3. You finished preparing, which means it's nearly time to open celebrations with the unfurling of the banners. First, we'll need an officially sanctioned bearer to present said banners to 3 of our people. Now, why not let you do the honors? Others are clamoring for the task, make no mistake. It's an important and a highly coveted duty, you understand. But I couldn't deprive you of this opportunity to experience GOG culture hands-on. Consider it a thank you for keeping Anog and Konog from blowing themselves up. And look sharp, we haven't got all night. Glag. I really need to continue Robot Alchemic Drive. To the role of bearer went to the outsider after all. Nothing you can't handle, I hope. Carnival banner. This traditional decoration for Coma's annual celebration features an equally traditional GOG pattern rendered in 4 colors. Not that I think the chief made a poor choice, mind. Bit of a waste, yes, but there's no better way for you to introduce yourself to the rest of the village. And wouldn't you know it, you're not so bad. Aha, you're the bearer. Well, hand it over. This is what we've all been waiting for. And over. Ah, the colors of YoRHa. Speak of our village, our lives, our very souls. Except this one. I've really cared for this one. It's like it tripped halfway through the journey from beige to yellow and fell in the ditch. Time already, is it? Oh, my hands are so sweaty. Do take care now. Hate to be the one who drops the banner. Phew, well done. Let's share a drink once it's safely unfurled, eh? Carnival is our way of showing appreciation for each other. I certainly appreciate you keeping this banner from slipping away like a greased eel. It's just the name Galag reminded me of Glang from Robot Alchemic Drive. So, I started that, but then I never finished it. I should do that. Finished, have you? Hopefully speaking with those folks helped impress upon you that this wasn't just some menial errand anyone could have done. No, the slightest mishap in the banner delivery process would have spelled disaster, you hear? Now, without further ado, let the carnival begin. I believe this is the moment where everything goes poorly. It's the three brothers, I assume. The gatekeeper brothers. No need to stand there waiting for someone to give you more work to do. Go and witness the fruits of our labors. Revel, frolic, etc. A revel? If you need a task that badly, you can set yourself to working up an appetite. Expect you to partake heartily of our traditional cuisine, not to mention the drinks. Don't spare me these menial tasks. If I see one more streamer... Why, if it isn't Rin, and run absolutely ragged with tedious carnival duties, no doubt. It is indeed my solemn duty to eat my weight in carnival food. Eating? Are you mad? There's no time for that. We've got the key to activate. All of this festive nonsense has been an unnecessary distraction. Konog and I did manage to make some real progress while the chief wasn't looking. If you want the details, and I know you do, you'll have to meet us at the usual place. Last thing we need is half the village drunkenly eavesdropping. Hey look, festival! The map does change a little bit on occasion. I think that's something that they actually started doing in Shadowbringers. I don't think that was a thing that they had set up prior to it. Like the ability to change the map. There you are. Let's review our work, shall we? Tell us you've forgotten some significant detail. After all, it's supposed to have been months. As hopefully even you will recall, we required a source of energy to restore functionality to the so-called key 2P told us about. We obtained said source in the form of a knocker's crystalline carapace, so the transference of energy from crystal to key proved a challenge. Though, not through. Nothing that Konog and I, in my infinite wisdom, couldn't handle, however. You'll find your faith in us well rewarded. Key is now fully powered and, as far as we can tell, functional. So I dare say we'll soon be capable of smiting our enemies with the press of a button. Or we would be if we had the first clue as to how to operate the blasted thing. It's indeed. It seems the key is a far more complicated device than we anticipated. Thus far, we've succeeded only in making it display a series of strange glyphs. We presented these to the pod for translation, of course, so it cannot make heads nor tails of its terminology, no matter how many times we prompt it to explain. The androids appear to have an intuitive, or at least finely honed, grasp of technology. So I've no doubt the 2P would know, but she's shown no sign of miraculously awakening, that's for sure. That's for certain. Hugh, Pod, can 2P be revived? Analyzing android repair sequence. Error detected. Confirming details. Damage to internal mechanism detected. Proposal. Replace the damaged part. So with the replacement parts, repair is possible? I dare say facilitating that process would prove more efficient than continuing our own fruitless experimentation with the key. I would hardly call wandering the factory for days on end with the barest idea of what sort of plan we're looking for efficient. So unless our friend here just happened to stumble upon a room filled with android corpses ripe for the harvesting. Now that you mention it, oh yeah, the corpse room. That's a thing. Odd, but superlative. You'll take us there at once. We'll bring Pod, too. You can tell us if any of the androids still have the part we need. Onward! Time to walk along in the raid yet again. With chat mode and say, enter any phrase containing anog near the destination within the copied factory. Whee! This is definitely the fun part. Time to gain an extra 5 seconds. I've tested it, and if you hit the sprint key, you will get an extra 5 seconds when you do the sprint. Like, now that sprint has worn off, like that last 20 seconds would have taken us 25 seconds instead. And the jog status that we now have might as well not even matter. I mean, not that the freaking 5 seconds there mattered, but still. It would be nice if maybe, you know, we could have just used the teleporter to get over here. But, nah. Not that I'm not eager to take apart an android, but how do we do that? Tactical support units are authorized to recover android parts and carry out replacement and repair operations. Now look inside the androids and a giant step toward our ultimate goal. Ha ha ha! By the by, where are we going? This way. And the only reason I know this is because of the quest line. Like, yeah, I guess there are androids here. I would not have noticed it before. Like, I definitely did not notice them the first time I was through here, so there's that. But there are androids here. Over here, is it? Konog, Pod, stop dallying. How disturbing. The color of their garb is different, but they do appear to be of the same make as 2P. Which means, ghoulish or not, we can make use of them. This is truly excellent, Konog. My understanding is that Pod should be able to salvage the correct part and initiate the repairs. Let's see. And now we're back here. Must we instruct it every single time? Go on, Pod, fix 2P. Did it work? It does seem as though it worked. Everything you know is wrong. The glee in Anog's eyes at the sight of 2P's awakening could only be born of keen self-interest. It would not be wise to keep her waiting. Ha 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 ha! Sweet success. Let's not waste any more time about it. 2P, do you remember what happened? I was damaged in combat, and you brought me here. And then you wildly inconvenienced us by dying on the table, yes. Fortunately for you, we were clever enough to pick up Pod here. By the fact that we're having this conversation, I assume it succeeded in repairing the damage. I see. Did you locate the key as I instructed? Despite how little information we had to go on, we did. It's fully operational as far as we can tell, so can you use it? Uh-oh. That doesn't seem good. An earthquake? Everyone outside, now! So much for the carnival. The mountain! What happened to the mountain? This isn't... Anog, look! More androids! Black ones. No, there are too many. Worried for me? Don't be. They're white androids. But what does that mean? What is the meaning of this? It means that your assistance is no longer necessary. There she is. He can barely lift the thing. Have it your way then. See this world to its end. I know I worried, but I thought she was our friend. And who are you? You first. Is your dress about to turn white? Because if so... I am a YoRHa number 2 Type B unit. You may call me 2B. I'm here to destroy the androids in white. We can discuss this later. Right now, we've got to stop 2P. Oh. There's a giant hole in the mountain now. Puppet's bunker is now accessible. So yeah. I mean, there it is. There's the alliance, the next alliance raid right there. So then, Puppet's bunker is unlocked, and it looks like there's even a party. First timer running for glam. Let's get this bread. Don't know if they're doing unsync or exactly what they're doing, because they've got some people in there. I don't know. I'll just queue. I mean, really, like, that's what that group can also just do, is just queue. So, it is what it is. Careful, they may intend for us to follow. We've made a fine mess of things, to be sure, but it's hardly the first time. Nothing for it but to fix it. I think that group also is looking more for, like, to run it multiple times. So, I don't know, I guess we'll find out when we get in. Maybe, you know, maybe they're queued in. And so, like, maybe they just joined in with us just now. I don't think so. I think you have to exit Party Finder in order to do Duty Finder. But I don't remember. Wait, let's try your flight machine. Which one? Is this the thing over there? Yes. Okay, I have that marker. I've run it exactly once ever, somebody says. Beam cannon. How you're supposed to know where is safe and isn't, I don't know. Because some of the beams there, when they condense, like, they will... Like, some of the beams, when they condense, like, they won't leave a space. And so how the heck you're supposed to know, I don't have a clue. Somebody told me, I don't know how true this is, that it's based off of how quickly the beams move, but like, I don't know what that means because they all move at the same speed. Or if there is a difference, it is extremely slight. Like, look at that. Like, they're all moving at the same speed. So, like, you can see that this one, for some reason, didn't, like, have a gap in it. You know? So clearly that one was, quote-unquote, moving slower. But if that is the case, I don't know, like it's very slight. Glad I'm Alliance B, so I get to just stand here. Why you keep clicking off? Oh my gosh. Great markers, by the way. Because you kind of struggle to actually see where it's going. And there's this freaking thing where it spins. And like, if you get hit by that attack, you just get knocked off the arena and you're just dead. Except that like, where it actually like shoots at, you only get to see for like a second. When it actually like stops spinning. And at that point, you've already been snapshotted. So like, you don't technically get a chance to dodge. You just kind of have to hope that you're in the right spot. Ow. One of the other tanks didn't interrupt. This is odd, than usual. See that blast radius? 3 androids this time. Still no 2P. I love this stupid fight. This completely nonsensical fight. Intruder presence confirmed. Activate superior flight units and fire at will. Target delineation complete. All units verify targets before engaging. So this is how they keep us from like going after one at a time. We all now have a status effect, shield protocol. And it's either protocol A, B, or C. And whichever one you're targeted by is the flight unit you can attack. Don't point that. That was close. Almost sacrificed one of the other alliances. Formation sharp turn. Wow, I actually dodged it that time? I never dodged that. Because I have no clue how you're supposed to be able to tell where the things are going. Like, I understand it's the, like, little laser that comes down from, like, the guy. And I can see the little laser that comes down from the guy here. But the other two are too far away for you to be able to see the little laser. Like, I have no idea how you're supposed to know where the other two are going. Like, they're way the frick over there. You can't even see their laser. I believe this is the one where they pull together. Yes. Now we want to get out of this, the two big circles. Watch where they're going. Left, right, and left. Like that one I get, you know? So that laser, if you line it up with where another alliance is, it'll shoot through you and hit that other alliance. And because they're already getting hit by their own, they get magic vuln. We all get magic vuln when the stack laser hits. But it gives them magic vuln. And then when it hits them with the second laser, they just die. Oh, it looks like A is the one that completed first. Or no, C completed first. It might be... Oh, it's B. We win! Group A was the last. Joy explosions less when they're directed at us. This doesn't work on not dying, by the way. Must be the way. More falling. Whee! Down we go. Cat won't get away from the TV. Rip. YoRHa! Oh, also, I need to switch. And Cat just jumped onto the freaking keyboard. Need to switch it back to English. Maybe this fight has some like English voice lines I've missed. No. It's the same voice lines, whether it's in English or not. Cool. So, who is this lady? And what does she have to do with this robot? Because she appears like very frequently during this fight on the screen and then never appears again. Pulling life forms with laser turrets. Oh, no, this is this guy. Here's this box. Don't stand behind me. I mean, that's the tank buster marker. So I think all of the voice lines in these raids are just the one language. Because any other raid, like switching the voice language, would have changed the voice line, like immediately. But it didn't here. And it didn't last time either. Usually high-level threat confirmed. Converting to emergency protocol. Artillery system activated. Culling hostile life forms. Activating suppressive units. Whoops. Focusing on the monitors and not my hotbar. So losing track of where I'm at with my rotation. Here we get the circular attack. Stand in the things. And in the things until they turn blue. I have no idea what exactly that mechanic is. I mean, it clearly it's like the Comet style mechanic. But like, what it's like doing, I don't understand. I just know that if we don't stand in that, we die. So... I don't need to stand over there. I did not get a tank buster, so... I did not need to be hit by that attack. And then now we have this nonsense mechanic. So we might not actually see. We'll see. Supposedly, this is the safe spot in between the two 0-10s. Which is right the first time, but is not right any other time. And so I have no idea how you're supposed to actually know where to go. But it's alright, because, you know, we knocked it out before that even mattered, so. So yeah, I have no idea who the lady on the screen is. And I asked in chat, and I've gotten no response. Who is the lady on the screen, and why does she never appear after this? And I got no response. Like that their lasers conveniently only reach to the edge of the arena. Like, they don't go past the door. Very convenient that they just happen to not have any further range after that. Now do it a third time. Because, you know, surely you didn't get bored from the mechanic the first two times. And surely this mechanic wasn't already tedious the first two times. So now deal with it a third time. Great game design, by the way. Also, how did they get ahead of us? Can machines? QB must have gotten here first. Need to hit that button before I get in the cutscene. And it's a long cutscene, man. Unit 2P process termination confirmed. Oh, wait. Everything about this is so dumb. It's like, okay, she was dead earlier, right? Like, flat out dead. And now she's dead again. But then, like, where did these androids come from? Why did she not do this the first time? And, you know, you've got like 1,000,000 of them. Oh, they already started the fight because nobody freaking cares. And the bridge is sealed off. You've got like 1,000,000 of them. More than enough power to just overwhelm. But no, let's combine them into a ball. Because this makes sense. And so, like, okay, now, you know, so they were a ball. And then I guess they're like, well, this didn't work. Like, again, where did they all come from? But then, like, what? It's like, this is so dumb. This is legitimately the stupidest thing. This is the stupidest thing in the... Like, where did they all come from? Why did she not do this to begin with? You know? Like, if she had this power, why did she not do it to begin with? When she was fighting freaking 9S or whatever the frick his name is. Like, why did she not just divide into 1,000,000? Now, from what I understand, like, I have been told, and I don't know how true it is, but I have been told that, like, Square Enix kept, like, telling the creator, like, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. No, that doesn't make sense. And, like, kept basically making him, like, rewrite the story over and over again. And, like, you would think that you would iron all of that out before you know, come to the full agreement of like, yeah, you're gonna do an entire raid series for us. You know, like you would think that that would be like, you wouldn't green light, okay, you're gonna make the raid until you've gone through all of that and set up like the whole, you know, story and everything to make sure that it was something you could do. Which is kind of why, to me, it doesn't make sense that, like, oh, well, all the problems you have with the fight is just because freaking they had, you know, the story kept getting rewritten or whatever. But at the same time, like, I understand, you know, human freaking stupidity. And like not making like, you know, the right choices beforehand, you know. You know, not getting everything 100% ahead of time, you know. And then they're like, oh well, you know, actually, you know, we want to do all these things that we can't do, and then like, you know, we've already planned around that, but then Square Enix said we can't, and again, I feel like all of this should have been ironed out beforehand, you know? Like, you would think that you would submit a document that's like, this is the full story. This is why I'm, like, very worried about the Evangelion thing. Because I really, like, how are they going to turn an anime into an alliance raid? Also, they just, like, poof. Like, were they not real? Was that, like, a hologram? Like, the frick were we fighting? You know? Like, I want to like, I want to understand, but it makes no sense. But I, like, legitimately want to understand. But then I ask about it, and people are like, you're just stupid. You're just trolling. I'm like, no, I'm trying to freaking understand what the frick is happening. You know? Because this freaking raid makes no freaking sense. I was wrong. So wrong. Made you go along with my decisions. Put everyone in danger. Anog. I'm the one who let the conflict spread this far. Blaming yourselves is unnecessary. Forgive me, but you seem so similar to 2P. And we still don't really understand either of you. Are you truly our ally? I can't be certain. All I know is that I was damaged in a battle with the machine life forms, and then I was here. Your world is very different from where I was. I don't know my coordinates, and I can't contact command. I just followed the explosions. Let's approach this from a different angle then. What are the machine life forms, and why were you fighting them? Machine life forms are weapons created by aliens from beyond the stars. As part of YoRHa, my mission is to reclaim the planet from these invaders. Alien invaders? Never mind. What about 2P? It's an android. Does she not belong to this YoRHa as well? No, she is a copy, built by the machine life forms, probably to fight YoRHa specifically. We also retrieved another android, a boy. If he's still with you, I would like to see him. Very well, can't make things any worse. A new section of the portable archive has been unlocked, I guess. Copied factory. I guess. Even though it says there's more. All that's for copied factory. Probably because now we'll be able to come in here and gather the stuff. What the frick? Never seen that before. Formidable. The finale most formidable. Yeah, it's got 5 minutes. So I am just going to go ahead and assume I can't, like, win that fight. So I'm not even going to bother with that. I've never seen that before, though. What the frick? Oh. Got it. I, like, came out of the puppet bunker. And now we have to go into the tunnels. Because that's, like, separate. When we hit him, our 2P wouldn't know to look. Follow me. Entrance to Anog's lair. 9S. My duty is to annihilate the machine life forms. For that I require the assistance of 9S. We must revive him. Fortunately, we have some experience with this sort of thing. What do you say, Anog? I'm certain everyone could use rest before we proceed. A lot has happened. We should take time to think things through. Everything you know is wrong. Crime and punishment. Kanog would attend to simpler matters before embarking on any further missions relating to unfathomable technology and the applications thereof. Come to think of it, none of us ever did get the chance to enjoy the carnival. It's possible everyone is still carrying on with it. I've never known a few explosions to dampen their spirits before. Still, I might go and check on them. Coming, Anog. Fine. What? What's all that noise? suppose there's only one way to find out. Back to the tunnels. Doomsaying dwarves. Please calm down. It's a complicated situation, and even we are not fully. We ain't here for excuses. Just admit it. It's all your fault. You let those things in through the tunnels. They knew you, and look what they did to the place. We don't care about the whys and wherefores. We want to know how you plan to make amends. I'll do everything we can, I swear, but... I don't think this is going anywhere good. The village is still in danger. No one wants to hear it from me, though. Please, can you speak to Elder Glag and make him understand? Now, who might you be? Haven't seen your face around here before, or have I? I misplaced my spectacles some time ago. No matter, I'm here to investigate, not conversate. As the eldest elder, it falls to me to determine the truth of the rumors surrounding this disaster. Problem being, of course, everyone here is stubborn as a diamond ingot. They all insist they know what's true. So you can be sure half of them are up to their eyeballs in ale at any given time. I need a second opinion, a sober opinion. Here, let me smell your breath. You'll do. Oh wait, no, sniff, not sigh. You'll do. Speak with the villagers and think well on who has the right of it. I'll hear what you have to say. Molly, I knew we'd end up here someday, ho. It's hard to know where to place the blame. Understand why you followed along with Konog's plan, if you all had been quicker to deal with the threat. You're the collaborator. Well, don't think you can come crying to me now that it's all gone. It's plain as day that Konog's not one for straightforward solutions, and his sister ain't much better with her flights of fancy. Anog could have saved us from those things, you just know it. There ain't no way a clever girl like her wouldn't have found a way to fight him. If only that brother of hers weren't always holding her back. You ain't from around here, but trust me, Konog's been making his problems Anog's problems since they were little. Shame, too, because she's a real visionary. If she'd had her way, she would have found out what was going on and how to put an end to it before the machines could make a beep. You want to know what I think? We're doomed! Doomed! I didn't do it. Oh, Anog and Konog, you say? Yes, they did do it. It was them. And you. I heard you followed Konog into the machine graveyard. Heard it with my own 2 ears, I did. Everyone knows it too, so you'd better be prepared to pay. This'll be Anog's fault, you hear? That girl never had an ounce of prudence. If only she were more like her brother. Konog told her to be cautious, mark my words, that she ought to have heeded him. I can see from the look in your eye that you agree. I only hope Konog doesn't end up answering for his sister's folly. So, the fools still can't agree on which way is up. I wish I was surprised. Let's try putting it to a vote, eh? Maybe the ones pretending to know more about the matter than they really do will think twice about making arses of themselves so publicly. Can't none of you stitch your beards for half a moment? I'm asking you to raise your hands in an orderly fashion. This is hopeless. We're not getting anything useful from them. Now, I'm not ruling out that one of these idiots accidentally has the right of it, but in your sober judgment, who's to blame? If you still ain't sure, you can try talking to everyone again. I can't say I recommend it. Make sure you don't take any detours past the ale casks until this is settled. Still passably sober, I see. Have you come to a conclusion? It's Anog's fault, Konog's fault, both. It's complicated. You're all doomed! Doomed! It's complicated. Interesting. I'll take that under advisement. I don't think your choice here matters, so. Everyone, I stand before you to present my findings regarding culpability and the destruction that has befallen our village. Please wait, it's my... As I've said, blaming yourselves is pointless. This is my doing. It's one of them! Run! Run for your lives! Are you defending us? There's no benefit to petty arguments. Wait! She says that, but I think it was kind of her to intervene. I'm sure she wanted to check on her friend, the other android, 9S. I'm going to go and talk to her. This one will actually be shorter by a bit, because the other one was 2 hours. This one's about an hour and a half. I appreciate your stepping in, but I don't want anyone else to see you as the enemy. If you go and talk to them now, we can explain. It's not necessary. I'm leaving anyway. This is not over for us or the machines. What are you thinking, 2B? I'm worried for Anog as well. She hasn't been herself since, well, if she's not here, she's probably drowning herself in work. Come on, we should check on her. And she's gone. She's not here. What is she doing? This isn't the time to be outside alone. I need to find her. I'll look around the village, but can you search the outskirts? Oh, Anog. Assuming, of course, that this freaking quest doesn't keep going on forever. You know? It's a slower version of Mount Golg. Or you could say Mount Golg is a, like, you know, more, like, exciting version of this one. See no sign of your despondent dwarven friend. Perhaps you wandered further afield. I actually don't even think I have any, like, special mounts. Whoops. On this character. Like, I have get the Gabriel Alpha mount, which is from one of the Moogle events. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I'm missing one. But yeah, like I just don't really have anything all that special here in the way of mounts. You know, it's my alt character, so haven't really, you know, been going for any particular amounts here. That is really funny, though, that I'm missing a single Comley. I don't know which one it is, either. See no sign of your despondent dwarven friend. Perhaps you wandered further afield. This is Gabriel Alpha, though. Whoops. Am I too high? Yes. Thank you. I just so happen to be the right level for this. Because it's level frickin' 80 stuff. Although, I did just hit 81 from that dungeon. So that's cool. Though you have searched all of the likely places, Anog is not to be found. Perhaps Konog has some additional ideas. She has vanished. YoRHa. Whoops. But yeah, you can see everything is annihilated now. Anog isn't with you? What do I do? It's all because of us, and I don't know how to find her. I'm not used to being alone. Alright. Well, that is the end of part 2. So with that, before we hop into to make amends, which is what this quest is, because this is the start of part 3, I'm going to end it here, and we'll pick up in the next episode. So, I hope you've all enjoyed. If you did, feel free to subscribe. You can check the playlist for more of the of this series, you know, for the other bits of the raid and all. Why did it switch me to that, like, emote? I don't understand. Whoops. It's fine. The group pose feature can be a little funky sometimes. Trying to get, like, what I'm after, you know? So. But yeah. I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to subscribe. I said all that. And we'll finish off the near raids in the next episode. I have no idea how or if, like, I'm probably just not even gonna bother with the weekly stuff. But we'll see. I'll figure something out. So, because there's no way I'm waiting 8 weeks to put this out. Bye-bye.